Just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans. You know there's just 110 days until Christmas 2023. And today we're here to do a rewatch of Ahsoka, Season 1, Episode 4. I see my good friend Star Wars Meg is in the chat. Star Wars Fitz. We've got Jedi Mike, RF Gaming, Skywalker's Academy. We've got a lot of great folks here. The Sabersmith, good to see you as well. And KG, good to see you, KG. Thanks for stopping in. Novak. Let's see, who else do we have? I think that about covers the bulk of it. And you guys, I see Fitz said, need to start shopping. Well, you know, today is the very last day that you can back the Ghost, the Vintage Collection HasLab Ghost. And that thing has skyrocketed in backers over the last 24 hours. We are up over 16,000 backers now. Just a few hundred more until we get to 17,000 and unlocking Zeb, the carded Zeb. So if you guys want to ensure that you're going to get a Vintage Collection scale Ghost with the Phantom and the carded figures at the most affordable price possible, you've got 11 hours and 56 minutes left. After that, you're on your own, my friends. Did Santa enjoy the episode? I did. I absolutely did. I thought it was really, really good. We're going to talk about some of the details when we get into it, but there's a big question mark at the end, isn't there? Probably 2, 3, 4, 20 question marks at the end. I'm not sure. There's a ton of questions that I have, and I'm sure Meg has, Jason. I listened to Jason's review last night, and Meg's breakdown. Saw her chatting in her Discord as well. It's a great episode, and I think that they set us up with these questions on purpose, which is great. You know, that's what you're supposed to do when you want to set up a cliffhanger. You set it up like this. For folks who know what that final scene is, they're going, wait, what's going on? The people who don't know what that final scene is, they're going, what? What's going on? So it's perfect. Absolutely perfect ending. Astromech Jeremy, 10 out of 10. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I only knocked it a half a point because of that ending. And just a half a point, right? Just a half a point because Dave made us troll ourselves, especially Merrick. We said for a long time that, and I can't remember if it was Meg or Jason that taught me this. You got to take Lucasfilm at their word. When they tell you a thing, don't shoot above the thing. Like, just take it for what it is. When they tell you that, oh look, here's a new Inquisitor looking dude. His name is Merrick. Believe them. Believe them. Take it as it is. It's Merrick. There you go. The end. Hey, Brian Kelly, with his name spelled correctly. That's how I spell my name, by the way. Brian, Bryan. Good to see you, Brian Kelly. I saw Meg. I've learned a few things about my friend Megan, and some of them I won't share because she hasn't shared it publicly or anything like that. So some of the things I've learned about her, I'll keep to myself. But some other things that I've learned is Megan at 3 o'clock in the morning is not a happy Megan. So she needs her sleep. She needs her sleep. She needs her rest. Once she gets a little snooze in, she gets a little rest and is able to come at things with a bright, cheery attitude that is Star Wars Meg, then she's fantastic. Don't bother her at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let her sleep. Meg, go back to sleep. Just like you need to take a nap, and that's okay. I'm just giving Meg a hard time. I love her so much. This is fantastic. Good to see you all. I'm going to Santa's right. Look, I know Megan. I consider Meg, even though I've never met her in real life, I've never even talked to her face to face. I've only talked to her voice to voice, but my face to her avatar. That's the only thing I've ever talked to Meg. I still consider her a dear friend, a lovely person who has been fantastic. So this is I've learned certain things. Then I woke up, I was okay again. Exactly. Santa knows too much. I do. I do. Grumpy happens. There's a thing, people talk about being hangry. My wife has a reputation for getting hangry. In fact, some of her employees, whenever she would get a little edgy with them, they would go get a little snack and bring it to her and say, "Hey, I've got a question for you, but I'll come back in a minute. Here, eat this." Right? Like she gets hangry. My daughter takes after her as well, and I've learned that Meg gets, she gets the tired grumpies as well, KG. So that's great. You guys are fantastic. We're going to do a rewatch. As we do the rewatch, I'm going to be commenting on some things. There's a lot in this episode to discuss, and we'll discuss it as it goes. If you want to watch along, I'll have the timer here. You'll also be able to see it behind the timer, so that you get an idea of what we're talking about as it goes. If you've already watched it, that's great. You'll be able to, tired grumpies. That's Megan. There's so many things I want to say. Meg, I need to schedule another call with you so that we could just visit again. There's some things I'd like to talk to you about. So anyway, we're going to watch along as we get to the end. Yeah, right. I get grumpy watching the prequel. Well, I do. I tell you what, as I start watching that Attack of the Clones, the further it goes, the grumpier I get. That's the truth. But we're going to watch this together. I'll be commenting on it throughout. There's a ton to discuss, and once we get done with that, I'll go into our predictions, and I will we'll score the predictions. We'll find out who makes it onto the Wall of Fame for episode 4, and the Wall of Fame folks will appear on the crawler at the bottom here, and we'll add the points up and see updates to the season leaderboard. Who gets to stay on the leaderboard, and who gets added. Hopefully we'll get some folks added at the end of the season. Anybody who makes the leaderboard for the entire season wins some Star Wars Santa merch. So you guys, let's get into the episode. We got a lot to discuss, and I'm anxious to discuss it with you. So I'm going to hit play, then I'm going to hit the timer, and we will talk throughout. I'll try to interact with. What? Wait, what? Are you pulling my leg, Meg? Are you really? Are you pulling my leg? If you're pulling my leg, that's not nice. That's not, That is not nice. If it's true, then I've got plans next Tuesday night. I'm just saying. Wait, if that's true, Megan, you can't come on and say that kind of stuff if it's not true. It better be true. Seriously, go to Star Wars Twitter. Okay, we'll look that up. In fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look at Twitter, Star Wars. Let's see if I can share this on screen. Star Wars. Okay, let's share this with you all. I need to share this anyway, so let's do that right here. Go to Star Wars Twitter. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Show this. Go to Star Wars. Right? Star Wars Twitter. The Rebel always aware. Let's see. Star Wars Trouble. Next Tuesday, experience episode 5 on the big screen. Click here to RSVP for available screenings near you. Wait a second. I need to do that right now. There's no fine. Let's see. 43240. That's Columbus, Ohio. No, wait. That's not nice. This is where I live. Wait. Oh, Meg, I'm sad. Look, none in Columbus, Ohio. What's wrong with you guys? Columbus, Ohio. 4-3. That's not nice. That's unfair. It's unfair. It's oh, it's unfair. I feel like Anakin now. Maybe they're still adding areas. Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to keep this 43240. 43240. This is gofobo.com. GoFobo. You can find it from Come to Orlando. Hey, there we go. I just have to, Tuesday afternoon, I just got to fly down, have Nikki pick me up at the airport. We can go watch the episode together, then fly back home so that I can go to work Wednesday morning. It's outrageous. It's unfair. It's unheard of. It's just not right. It's not right. It's not right. None in Manhattan yet either. Well, you would think New York City, there would be some in that area, Manhattan. So maybe they'll add some. Maybe they'll add some more sites as the day goes on. I'll bet you Jason Ward can say none in L.A. yet. Oh, there's got to be. Meg, I'll walk to Orlando. I'll tell you what, Meg. If you booked a flight to Orlando, I would book a flight to Orlando. I'm telling you the truth. If you did that, I would do that. I would just bite the bullet and do it. All right, let's put that away, and we'll watch the episode. We'll discuss it as it goes. We'll do the predictions at the end, and we'll see how everybody did. All right. So with that being said, let's jump into the episode right now. Let's go. Oh, wait. I gotta hit there we go. Hold on. And after the Disney Plus logo, I hit plus. We let all of the intro play. We let all of it go so that if you're trying to follow along, you can sync up with us here, right? Yes. I thought that was a little bit clever for Mike putting holy smokes in there, because that's what I said. Actually, when I watched it, I said, holy smokes at the end. Not at the part where the smoke actually happened, but the holy smokes happened at the end. Nikki, I'll be back after. Wait a second. This is episode 1. That's wait a second. For some reason, it decided just to jump into episode 1. Okay, here we go. I'm going to hit reset. All right. Sorry about that. We'll let the yeah. We'll let the recap play out. Yeah. Oh boy. And Meg mentioned we've got some big episodes coming. Not only is episode 5 going to be Dave Filoni's episode, and it's nearly an hour long. It's in that 50-minute range. We get 6, 7, and 8 is supposed to be pretty epic, and Meg gave us a little bit of a spoiler on her Patreon for 7, but if you read the Reddit leaks, you can find some of those as well. Or just join Meg's Patreon. That's really easy, and you should do that. But yeah, not just 5, but 7 and 8, 6 as well. 6, 7, and 8 are supposed to be really good. Yeah, we open up here with Hu Yang trying to get the comms working, and there's no comms, there's no power. He's been working on it, and we left the last episode with Balin sending the forces out to go hunt them down and kill them, right? He's a handy droid to have around. So first of all, what about the scenery? You guys, this set here is gorgeous. I thought it looked really good. I love the leaves. I love the orange. The trees. We're in a forest, a canopied forest. There's Hu Yang. We have a droid name, called by name. Balin versus Jedi Santa. Who would win? I'll tell you what. Balin is an impressive force. I hope that we continue the character. I know that there's a little debate over that because of Ray Stevenson's tragic death, but my goodness. They told Merrick smoking kills. He took it literally. Balin wins. I posted something. So I saw Bespin Bulletin post something last night, and I retweeted it with a quote. Bespin said, "Hold on to your butt, Santa. Next week's going to be a ride. Better than allowing Thrawn to return as heir to the Empire." This is so. What do you think? We'll get there in just a moment. But Balin mentions this in a little bit when Ahsoka asks him, or he's telling Ahsoka that there's things that need to happen. This is a good question. Sabine, can I trust you? Can I rely on you? Yeah. Can I count on you? You know you can, she says. But can she? I think it's a valid question. At the end of the day, when we know what happens, yeah, stunning imagery. No kidding. No kidding, Jeremy. Boy, there's so many questions that I've got to ask. there's so many questions I've got to ask. I gotta wait. Yeah. So she said, "You know I can, or you know you can, right? Rely on me." They didn't stick together, and she didn't do the one thing that she needed to do. We get sunrise coming here. Here's our forces that come out. Rick Jones just finished watching it. What did you think, Rick? On a 10-point scale, what would you give it after watching it just for the first time? Yeah. So Morgan's like, the guards aren't going to win this fight. You're going to need to send somebody a little more threatening. So Morak and Shin head on out. I love Cetos as a planet. Yes, Cetos is a great addition to the Star Wars universe. He is so powerful. Balin, every line he delivers, Ray Stevenson absolutely knocked this out of the park. And it is so sad that he's not here to see the absolute love that the fans have for his character. Even those that haven't been like fully bought into the series, I think universally, Balin is loved. And I think going forward, we're going to see plenty of cosplay of Balin Scroll. I think plenty of cosplays with Balin. Here's another point. Here we see Sabine getting ready for the fight, and she's putting on the Mando gear. She's fully embracing the Mandalorian side of things, but at the same time, she's keeping her lightsaber with her. We do see this combination, potential combination, of another Force using Jedi, quote unquote, Jedi Mandalorian, although something's going to have to happen in order for Sabine to get there, right? She's just not that, right now she shows no aptitude in using the Force at all. Time to time, we get just a little bit. The music score is so good. And I saw Meg responded to the Kiners saying, for those watching Ahsoka, you should watch this other show. And not exactly sure what that other show is and what the tie-in is. But yeah, they did a great job. Yes, they should have hired Ray years ago. So here they get the power up. Yeah, I need to lose about 100 pounds, and then I'd be a more convincing Balin. Yeah, I absolutely love this. And Matt Risman yesterday asked me, "Do I think that?" And I'll bring it up to you guys. Do you think that Hu Yang is proficient in the lightsaber forms? Do you think that he can use the lightsaber forms? If he had lightsabers, could he combat? Could he be a combat opponent to somebody learning lightsaber skills? We see him training Sabine and telling her the forms and holding up the like light bars to measure her accuracy. But do you think he could actually spar one on one with a lightsaber? Yeah, yeah, I think so. I told Matt Risman, presumably yes, presumably yes. He's teaching it. Presumably he could do it as well. He has hundreds, thousands, right? Thousands of years of experience. Yeah, to teach the forms, you'd have to know the forms. Exactly. I think he could be very proficient. He doesn't have force abilities, so to be somewhat like stay together. He always did better that way, in my opinion. I thought this was great. For one, this line here is encouraging. I thought you two were great together. And yeah, it was good to see a little lightheartedness with Ahsoka. But they set up for later. They split up pretty quickly. And he tells them go together. And as they're fighting, they start to separate. And then once Well, we'll get there in just a minute. We'll just put a pin in it. We'll put a pin in that. We'll come back. Yeah, who ain't get a Grievous moment? That's the question. Are we going to get to see that? Yes. Diet and exercise. Yes, I definitely need that, Rick. My biggest problem is I have a sedentary job. So I sit for 9, 10 hours a day with my job, programming. But there's the ghost. The ghost. And just, yeah, a typical kids line, right? How come I have to follow orders and you don't? Well, you're a kid, so shut it. That's basically what it amounts to. But Hera's much nicer. She says, well, you're a general. You can follow your own rules too. There we go. We get the ghost leaving. And last night when I was watching it, I was like, oh, we got some X-Wings traveling along as well. And here's where I missed one of my first predictions. Thanks for joining the party, Carson. And there's Carson Teva. Meg's friend shows up here, and I was like, oh, phooey. There's a character from another series that showed up in this series, right? Carson would count if you said a character from another series appears. Yes, that's it. Not only that, but then the daggone Rodian speaks, and they put the translation on there. So I missed two with Carson and then the Rodian speaking, and we get the subtitles on the screen. I was like, dang it. This is the fun of doing the predictions, is that you can still get involved with these small elements that happen. Cheering when you get them right, complaining when you get them wrong, but still just loving it. I lost that a long time ago. I thought that was a good line as well. Faith. I lost that a long time ago. Meaning his faith in the Jedi Order, right? His faith in the Jedi Order. Yes. David, excellent series so far. Hey, Brandon. Good to see you. I'm doing quite well. Doing quite well. Witchcraft. So, this is important as well. I like this, that this is the classic Star Wars trope. It goes all the way back to A New Hope, right? And you're waiting for the map to complete, right? Get clear of the planet, and here we get it's this waiting game for the calculations to get complete, and they had to have everything lined up to do it. Yeah, and that it gives the story some time. It's not so artificial that people complain about with the sequels, especially The Last Jedi, with the slow space chase. There, why didn't they just do this or that, the other thing? Here you've got it's still contrived for the story, but it works because they have to calculate this. It is such a great distance that there's zero opportunity for error. Like if you miss just by a fraction of a percent, you're going to be off by huge distances. So you got to make sure you're absolutely spot on, unless you can stop along the way and recalculate. So they're calculating. That gives us time for the story to plan out, right? I think Jason's line was meant to warn us of Ahsoka's potential demise. Weird that we only saw her go off the cliff, didn't see her die. We'll get there in a minute, KG. We'll get there in a minute. This battle here with Sabine and Shin, we get the rematch. RF Gaming. I said no character because of me. I know I misled folks. I blame you. I blame you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. There was another. It takes them a while to get that. Let's see. Why do some fans still have problems with this episode in Star Wars? Everyone's allowed their opinion, but I don't understand this one. Yeah, Mike, I saw, look, the vast majority of content creators are very high on this episode. I thought the choreography here with the lightsaber battles, let me just stop on that for a moment. The choreography with the lightsaber battles is fantastic. And this move that's coming right now with Morak, this move is so clean. It's so fast. And remember when we saw that in the background and it looked like they were frozen and somebody said, hey, I think they're frozen. They weren't frozen. She was just holding her position knowing she had already sliced the dude in half. And there Shin sees, oops, Morak be gone. Now, this is where Sabine says, go, get the map. They're splitting up. Should have stayed together. I get the urgency to get back for the map. But if they'd stuck together here, that and followed what Hugh Yang's advice, might not have gotten as much trouble. And this battle with Shin, I think, would have gone much quicker, much quicker. But everyone is allowed their opinion, Mike. And for folks that didn't like it, they're allowed that opinion. They're absolutely allowed that opinion. And if it comes from a place of sincerity, they didn't like it just because it's not their flavor of Star Wars. I'm not sure what their flavor is, but I would say, hey, let them live. Let them live. But at the same time, not understanding why people didn't like it, I would have to spend a little time with them to get to know that. I haven't watched the Salty Infernos video yet. It's in my queue. I will watch it soon. But and I saw EBN didn't like it. But to me, this was fantastic. Star Wars Theory loved it. Josh came around after his second watching. We've seen a lot of folks. Eckhart's Ladder loved it. Tons of folks. Didn't hate it, just questioning things. I've got questions too, Nikki. You know that. I've got some questions. He never mentioned you. And here he makes a good point. Everybody knew of Anakin. Everyone in the Order knew Anakin Skywalker. And he wouldn't speak of me because I was just another person. I thought it's interesting. He says few will see what he became. We saw that in the trailers, knowing that. Yeah. This line that he said here, you walked away, you abandoned him. There's some things. She loved it. Yeah. He says the only reason I'm here is to secure the future. Something far greater. And she says ambitious. He says necessary. What's he talking about? He says, I'm not starting a war, but Thrawn will. And sometimes it's unfortunate. It's a greater truth you must destroy in order to create. Now, that's a mentality. There's a lot of folks who think that even with Star Wars franchise, Lucasfilm, under Disney, they think you need to destroy it so it can be made new. That's a absolute ideology that a lot of people have. But the question is, what's he want to see created? Something much stronger, much greater. What's he after? Is it a recreation of the Empire? The Empire made new? A strengthened what? What does Thrawn want in establishing? He appears to be in concert with Thrawn. If we read the books, if we've read the books, the Thrawn novels, we know that Thrawn sees this greater evil that he has to combat, and we need a strong force to oppose it. And that the new Republic is the opposite, right? They're decommissioning and they're weakening their military. So is he a Thrawn acolyte, right? An acolyte of Thrawn, wanting to carry out his vision for a stronger uh, empire, for lack of a better term. Oh, this fight sequence, so stinking good. So stinking good. But, and just the strength and power that Balin brings, you can see when he, right there, right? He just overpowering Ahsoka with his just strength, right? He's just flat out stronger than her, and he's just using that, right? Um, so yeah, the music's building up the intensity of it. It's so good. So what is Balin after? Is he a true acolyte of Thrawn? Did he ever work for Thrawn directly? Where did he learn Thrawn's vision? Where did he get this information? We see that he is clearly a he's a mercenary hired by Morgan, and he's doing it for he's doing it to for the paycheck. But here he has a vision that aligns with Thrawn, and I'm interested on that, right? I'm interested to learn that. There goes Sabine's getting beat again. Dropped her saber. Saved by the Beskar. There you go. And there she held up her hand to force push. And the question is, did she actually push? But no, I think Shin responded like, oh, she's going to push. And then she says, you have no powers. None. And then, do you hear that? The little choir bit in there? And yet, it's not Duel of the Fates, but you get some of the choir layers on top of the music. Very Duel of the Fates like, but it's not truly Duel of the Fates. The other question, when Ahsoka grabbed that map and it burned, and this is what my friend Will Morgan from Meta Egg said, did it burn the map onto her palm like we saw in Indiana Jones? I don't think so. I don't think that it has enough information, because even with that map, it has to be aligned to the monuments, and it has to kind of be energized. So you can't just use the map on her palm to get there, or whatever was burned into her palm. Also note that she has a glove on, and that leather was damaged as well. So I don't think that it's, no palm map. Yeah. Ahsoka. And now Balin, I still think that Shin could be his daughter. And but you know no other way. You can see her palm there, and see that you can see the stitching of the leather, but you don't see like the imprint of the map. And I think there's going to be there she goes, yeeted over the edge. What happens to Ahsoka? This is my question. We'll talk about it here in just a minute when we get to the very end. But something happens. She went over the edge. Did she fall to the water? Did she make it to the surface? Was she pulled out? Did she... There's so many things. So many things. Balin. He's so good. Yeah, it would only be a partial map. There's something that Sheev the Wise. I was on a live stream with Sheev, with Nerd Mafia, and then Star Wars Obsession. We did the two shows back to back. And Sheev brought up something about the world between worlds. And that if you see Ezra's progression, he's accessing the world between worlds without a portal in the beginning. And Dave talks about how as Ezra progresses, his ability to enter into the world between worlds increases. So at first he has this communication with the world between worlds. Then he gets his crystal. That's sort of a world between worlds moment. Then he starts to get visions, and then he's actually able to open and go into the world between worlds. Does he even have to have a portal, or can he just enter in? It's one of his powers. Did Ahsoka manifest the world between worlds, or did the line that I pointed out before when Balin said, "You abandoned your master," so on and so forth, set her mentality? And when she was yeeted over the edge, is she in the water? Is she floating beneath the surface of the water? Was she actually transported to the world between worlds? And what transported her there? How did she get there? We're going to get there in just a moment. This will be brought here. Yeah, we didn't see her die. That's a good point, KG. Just as we don't see Gandalf die when the Balrog pulls him down and he disappears, and then we get the flashback scene in the next movie where we see sort of what transpired in this other domain. Ahsoka goes over the edge like Gandalf was pulled down, and then Ahsoka appears in this other realm like Gandalf appeared in this other realm. Gandalf comes out of that as Gandalf the White. Ahsoka could come out of this as Ahsoka the White. That could absolutely happen. What got her into the world between worlds? Did she manifest that herself? There's a big question I have here. Yeah, when she touched the orb, well, does the orb have any connection to the world between worlds? I don't know that it does. It's a star map created by these ancient witches who the hyperspace route has been established. The good Lord Balin. Lord Balin. I love that name. Now Hera gets hold of him. How does Ahsoka get into the world between worlds? Is she really in the world between worlds? That's my big question. Is she really in the world between worlds, or is she having a vision of the world between worlds? Because she's been in the world between worlds before. When we see her in this version of the world between worlds, note we don't see any portals. There's not a single portal to be seen. One of those doorways, not a single doorway in the entire scene. Pay attention when we get there. Is she really there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. If she is in the world between worlds, how did she get there? How did she get there? Did she manifest it herself? Does she have the power to... Yeah, there you go, Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly's onto it. Right? She's imbued with the life force of the daughter of Mortis. Now, that map is destroyed. We want to come back to that map in just a moment as well. They were associated with the world between worlds. Has something to do with it, I'm sure. And I saw that I was getting some chats this morning from Yachty, my good friend Yachty down in the Orlando area. She thinks that it may have something to do with this daughter arc as well. And she may have that power as the embodiment of the daughter who gave her life to Ahsoka. Of course, the normal fans not going to know that. They're not going to understand it. They're not going to know how she got there. Or even if she's really there. I don't even know if she's really there. I don't think any of us really know if she's really there. I suspect that she is. But there's some other questions. Oh, these X-wing pilots, Brandon Wayne, uh, the guy who does the Western version of Mando in The Mandalorian. Brendan Wayne, John Wayne's grandson, is an X-wing pilot. So that's a great little mark there as well. Yeah, where's the Morai? I don't see the Morai anywhere. Here's where I started to get worried about some of my predictions again, because I thought, oh, we're going to have ships fire upon other ships. I thought, no. In my predictions, when I did that yesterday, I said no. And then I was worried about the hyperdrive as well, going into hyperspace with the blue swirl. I did expect that the IS Ion would escape, but I was really worried. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. If they go into the blue hyperspace swirl, I'll lose a point. I need my point. And knowing that I'd already lost two, I don't want to lose any more points. And I was begging, please don't shoot. No shooting. No shooting. I was like, please, no lasers. And Morgan's like, ignore them. I said, shoot. Good. Ignore them. And they're coming in, and here we go. The space lines, no hyperdrive, no hyperspace, no blue swirl. And I love this. We see the X-wings. There's Brendan Wayne. Of course, Carson has to survive. And there's the Ghost. It survived the battle unscathed. Here we go. These are some of the questions. Sam the Sham. Is it the real Anakin or is it an illusion? Is it a vision of Ahsoka's? Could be a vision. Could be Anakin isn't a Force ghost. When is this Anakin? When is this Anakin? At the end of Return of the Jedi, he's wearing the robes. When Luke sees him, here he's wearing the. We'll see him here in a second. Right, he's wearing the outfit from the Clone Wars. Is he really there? Is she manifesting him from a lot of the? Let me see. Well, yeah, where's the Morai? Morai's missing. You don't see Ahsoka's body there on the rocks down at the bottom, and they focused in on the water as she comes into view here. There's no Morai, and the Morai could have the power to take her there, perhaps. The Purgles, so many questions. Remember, Ahsoka all of a sudden had the ability to shut down lightsabers with the Force. Right, she didn't have before the Mortisar. I thought this looks so good. They have to explain it to normies. They need to explain it to me too, Brian Stone. They need to explain it to all of us. Let's see, get caught up. When Ezra pulled it out, made a split or made a parallel timeline. I don't think so, KG. Dave addressed that. He said that there's no multiverse. There's no split timeline. There's only one true timeline. So there's only the one. But now I have questions. He says, we saw the hello snips. Does she hear that? I mean, is she manifesting this? I didn't expect to see you so soon. She turns around, and this is the wrong version of Anakin. Wait. How is this Anakin in the world between worlds? When is this Anakin? Did he enter the world between worlds to pull her out of this thing in the future? Did he really do that? Did he enter into the world between worlds somebody during the Clone Wars we didn't see? How did that happen? You hear Vader's theme play. Is he Vader at that time? What is the deal? What's the deal? It's so many questions, and I don't have answers. I have no idea what's going on. Is it like when Yoda appeared to Ezra? I don't know. I don't know. He's not a Force ghost. If Force goes, so this goes through my head, right? Snips, right? This goes through my head. World Between Worlds could be an astral plane where the those who are in the cosmic force, right? It's this world between the cosmic force and the living force. Is it an astral plane where the force ghosts can materialize, manifest in their physical bodies rather than the blue glowy kind? If that's the case, why does Anakin show up here not as the Force Ghost Anakin we see at Return of the Jedi, but as Clone Wars Anakin? If this is actually Anakin from Clone Wars, then why are they playing the Vader theme? If this is Vader Anakin, when did he go there? Is he really there? I don't have answers. I want answers. I want answers. And I think that it's a vision. I'm going to tell you another reason I think that it's a vision. We'll get there in just a moment. Yeah, so good. Special thanks to this episode for giving us the Ghost some screen time. It's up to 16.2 now. We're over 16,200 on the quest to 17,000, unlocking Zeb. It's great because at least we're all curious. This is great for the fandom. This is great for the fandom because I can argue with Meg and Jason, and we could duke it out. Or it doesn't matter. Bespin Bulletin can come and tell us we're all wrong. Then he has the answers. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. And we can all have these discussions. You know, God forbid Sheev the Wise get anything right. You know, that guy, he's my nemesis. No, I kid. I love Sheev. He's a great friend. But what do you do? And how do you answer these questions? I don't think it can be actually Anakin there. Or is he Darth Vader there? Right? He's playing Vader's theme. Yeah. Remember in Rebels when she had the vision in the temple? Anakin appeared the same. I think so. Hey, Yadi, gotta go. Have a great day, Yadi. Thanks for dropping in. Mysteries of the Force, right? Right? Those near-death experiences we hear about. Ahsoka have to make a choice between staying in the living force or return. Skywalker's Academy, Dale. This is like a dream, except she's dead. The answers lie to let go of her guilt, letting Anakin fall. Yeah. So we hear these the leaks from Episode 5 that's coming, and Bespin Bulletin shared those. Jason has shared those. We've talked about it. We know that a scene is coming where Ahsoka is having a vision of what would have happened on Mustafar with Anakin's now been knighted Darth Vader by Palpatine, by Darth Sidious. And he was sent to Mustafar to take care of business there. Of course, Obi-Wan and Padme follow. But we're supposed to get this scene where Ahsoka sees where she didn't leave him, and she goes there to try to rescue him. But he still becomes Vader. He still carries on, and Obi-Wan dies, all kinds of stuff. Well, if the World Between Worlds isn't a parallel universe kind of thing, and if this is Darth Vader Anakin saying, I didn't think you'd be here so soon, or if it's Anakin from the Clone Wars pulling her from the future, like how did she get, what, I didn't think you'd be here so soon. Well, did he pull her out? If he did, where's the portal he pulled her from? Like when we saw in Rebels, when Ezra pulls her through the portal's right there. She can look back and see what's going on in there. Here, we see forward, and we see to the sides and behind. There's no portal. There's no portal anywhere to be seen anywhere. I have to believe this is a vision, or she's transported herself, or from the energy of the daughter, or the Morai, or something, has transported her to the World Between Worlds, and my head hurts thinking about it. Yeah, and she's going to have other visions. She's going to come to realization of these things. There's several reasons why I think she actually could be in the world between worlds and having a vision. Like it's a situation of and, not or others. If she's actually in the world between worlds, she's having a vision. We have other questions. How is she going to get to Thrawn? Are they going to take? Is she going to communicate with the Purgle like Ezra communicated with the Purgle? Catch a ride? Is she going to use the world between worlds to step through a portal? There, I heard Jason say that last night. Is she going to use the world between worlds portal to reach out, grab that map before Balin destroys it, then creating an alternate situation because he destroyed the ball, right? The map. And from what Dave said, it's the thing that has always happened, right? It's a place of learning. It's a place of finding information, not of changing time. There's terrible consequences to changing time. Well, if it's learning information, right? So many questions. I think episode 5 is going to be This Is Your Life. She'll revisit her past. She'll get guidance from Anakin. I'm with you, Sam. That's what I think. Andre Ahsoka is slowly healing Star Wars. I think to a big degree that's true. But I don't want to set expectations like we're all going to be kumbaya and happy, go forward together. I think the fandom is still fractured, and that with all these projects that are coming down the pipe, the Skeleton Crew and Mando Season 4, movies, all the things that are coming, you're going to find people who like some of it and dislike some of it. And what we need to learn as a fandom is what Mike Porter said earlier. Not all of us enjoy the same flavor of ice cream. Some of us have different preferences when it comes to ice cream, allergies and whatnot, right? So we don't all enjoy the same flavors the same way. And we need to see Star Wars that way as well. That, you know what, I really didn't like that flavor. I really loved this flavor. And we share in each other's enjoyment of the things we love. And if you dislike something, you'll find other folks that disliked it. And you'll have a community around that as well. And to the folks over at EBN, this fandom's crazy. Coach and Nick, they have their own opinions, and they're not always in line with each other. And if they disagree with you, then let them live. There's nothing wrong with that. My friend Nikki and I, we see eye to eye on a lot of things, but we also disagree quite a bit. But, that's fine. We can still be friends, you guys. They better have a great explainer for how she got back there in the end, because nothing in the episode said, here's another door. Right. How did she get there? I want to think she manifested it. And this whole thing could just be a vision. But I also sort of want her to be in the world between worlds and it not just be a vision. At the same time, it could be just a vision. She's not actually there. Who knows? I'm with Fitz. It makes my head hurt to try to figure it out. Right? Great place to be as fans. Curious. Yes. Yeah. Have we all got the footage from the preview trailers? Have we gotten all of the footage? Most of it. I think the only thing we're missing now is Thrawn walking on the bridge of the IS Ion. Right? We see that. But there are some other things that have been shared from the leaks that have not happened. A lot of it is next week. And this episode next week that Dave Filoni is directing, episode 5, is going to be lit. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fantastic. And we've got a lot to get excited about as fans. But don't discount 6, 7, 8, because there's other things that I know, things that I've heard privately from folks involved in the production of this episode, of this season. I know some folks that were involved. I personally know folks that were involved in the production outside of Jason and Bespin, who have shared with me some things that they were involved in, and none of that's happened yet. some of the things that Jason and Bespin have shared haven't happened yet, and some of the stuff that what we've seen in the Reddit leaks haven't happened yet. There's a ton of stuff coming at us, my friends. In these next few episodes, the second half of the season is going to be straight up fantastic Star Wars. I am so excited about it. I can't even say. Right? It is way up there. Wow. Yeah, Anakin's going to take her on a journey to find her inner peace. I agree. Brian Stone, hey, I gotta go. Oh, thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. When Ahsoka entered the temple on Arcana, some people are swearing they hear Sam Witwer's voice as Maul or the Son saying, "The Chosen One." You definitely hear a voice, but was that him? Who knows? Yeah. Also heard the owl right before she opened her eyes. Yeah, I mean, you may have heard it, right? But we don't see it. She'll learn the past is in the past. What happened was always going to happen. She needs to let it go. Agreed. And will she come out of it as Ahsoka the White? I want to say yes. I want to say yes. I think that we are going to see Ahsoka transformed into Ahsoka the White through the second half of this season. Maybe in the next episode, but by the end of the season, I think we're going to see Ahsoka the White, which just thrills me to death. Thrills me to death. Oh, wow. Really forward. Did we see forward? That's where the camera was. Yeah, I think we see when Anakin is looking at Ahsoka and we see behind her. Let me pull that back up in my browser and see if I can see that. Disney Plus. And you guys will be able to see it too. Let's see. No, I don't want that. I want this. I got to be careful about what we share here. Season 4. No, stop. Pause. Let's back up here. So there you see Anakin. You see behind him, no portals. No portals. Let it play. There we see behind her, no portals. No portals. Right? She squares up to him, no portals. So yeah, I don't think there are any portals. There's another scene of her coming where he looks back at her. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any. I don't. So I'm going to say no. Let me shut this back off just so we don't get in too much trouble. There we go. It's a world between the world between worlds. It's a vision of the world between worlds. Oh, Merrick being a Night Brother was pretty cool. A Night Brother, or certainly imbued with Night Sister magic. And there's a good point here as well, where you see him turn into that smoke. Right? Holy smokes! Oh, put in the thumbnail. You see him turn into smoke. That we saw that in the Clone Wars, and we also saw that with Savage, Maul's brother. We see him disappear into smoke. I also was reminded. I saw in a video where we saw that in Tales of the Jedi, where Ahsoka kills an Inquisitor, and it turns into that smoke, or it just dissipates to nothing as well. So yeah, too bad we didn't see him without the helmet. Yeah, we don't get to see what he looked like before. If Balin's character does not die by the end of the season, how do you think they'll explain away his character? I hope they recast him. We've seen other characters recast. Dumbledore in Harry Potter. We've seen Mon Mothma recast in Star Wars. When you tragically lose an actor like this, you can recast them with another actor. Who do you get that has that sort of presence and that sort of ability to replace Ray Stevenson? Well, that would be tough. But I would love to see the character continue. Maybe the Purgle will take the ghost. We'll see. How does Ahsoka get to this other place? There's another rumor. There's another leak, and Jason covered it last night, so I'll repeat it. That Ahsoka rides a Loth Wolf. Well, that hasn't happened yet. Where does she get the Loth Wolf? And we also saw in in Rebels that Ezra and them they transported it across the entire planet uh, by riding or traveling with the Loth Wolves through a cave. And they come out on the other side, on the whole other side of the planet. So can Loth Wolves transport over great distances? Where's she going to ride a Loth Wolf? Where's the Loth Wolf? Is it on? Is it on? Are we going back to the planet? Are we going forward? Is it in the new galaxy? Is she going to find it here in the world between worlds? Is it going to come into the world between worlds? She gets on it and it takes her to a portal and she goes through. Like, where does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. So many questions. How she failed Sabine. Yeah, I want to see more of that as well, Sam. I do. Just hope they tone down the makeup on Hayden a bit. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mike Porter, knock, knock. Who's there? World Between Worlds. Yeah. Just because you don't like other people's ice cream, let's say you got a peanut allergy and somebody loves to go to Dairy Queen and get themselves a peanut butter parfait. They just love a peanut butter parfait, but you have a peanut allergy. You can't do peanuts. Doesn't mean you tear them apart for eating a peanut butter parfait, right? How dare you? How dare you eat a peanut butter parfait? Don't you know people are allergic to that and they can't eat it? It's very inconsiderate of you to enjoy a peanut butter parfait when there are people out there who can't or hate peanuts. Right? Stupid. That's a stupid argument. So why do that in Star Wars? Right? Don't do it. Right? Very good. Very good. Got sidetracked. Yeah. Let's see if we can get caught up. Got to go for now, Mumbo Jumbo. Thanks for hanging with us. We need to get into the predictions. We need to score the predictions. Let me get caught up. Knock, knock. Who's there? World Between Worlds. Is this? No, I work for an organization that promotes Disney World on the Moon. But notice after Anakin appeared, they played the Vader theme. Exactly. Which we talked about that a little bit. Which Vader is this? Or which Anakin is this? Is this Vader that Ahsoka is talking to? Is it Anakin? Is it Force Ghost Anakin? Why is he wearing the Clone Wars outfit? So many questions, no answers. She's already Ahsoka the white variant. Her lightsaber blades are white. Well, that happened before she became Ahsoka the white, though, Quentin. She healed those and turned them white. When we say Ahsoka the white, we mean her wearing the white robes, that big staff that she had, that kind of thing. So I don't think she's Ahsoka the white, but I get you. I get what you're saying. My theory, why Anakin World Between Worlds says I wasn't expecting to say so soon, is because Ahsoka left Anakin and he came up in the World Between Worlds before their reunion and saved her. Oh. So after she leaves the Jedi Order, somewhere before the battle on Mandalore, where Ahsoka goes into battle with Maul, somewhere between her leaving the Order and the battle on Mandalore, he goes to the World Between Worlds, pulls her out. Interesting. I don't know. I do not know. So this Anakin is in fact the real Anakin before he turned to Darth Vader. But why play the Vader theme? Oh no, the Orlando passes are gone for the movie theater of Ahsoka. Fine screenings. No screenings in Columbus, Ohio still. Man, that sucks. The talented Mr. Griffin. What are we talking about? If you weren't here earlier, they're going to be playing episode 5 of Ahsoka in some select theaters in certain cities around the world. And Orlando is a city where they are playing them. Columbus, Ohio, no. Earlier, Manhattan was no. Manhattan, New York. Los Angeles, California was still no. All of those. Ray's killing it. Yes, I wouldn't want to see another person. I get it. I get it. Let's see if I can get caught up. Yeah. Oh, Pierce Brosnan could do it. He could. He could. Let's see if I get talking ice cream again. I know, Nikki. It's the only way I can make this argument where I think people can make sense of it and show how dumb the people are that argue that you are somehow wrong in the way you like Star Wars. It's scary. Their alternate realities. So an alternate Anakin. I know, Quentin. There's so many things. None in Chicago. None for LA. Oh, there you go. All right, let's get into the predictions. Let's go through this together, you guys. This is the site where you can check where it's playing. So not here. Close that. Let's go. How are we doing on the HasLab? It was 16-2. Now we're 16-3. All right, predictions. Let's score the predictions. Let's see who makes the Wall of Fame for episode 4. Episode 4. Oh, Nikki got a pass. Oh, Nikki gets to go see it in the theater, or at least give that to a friend, whatever that may be. So someone will say, "May the Force be with you." Unfortunately, no. Nobody said that. I thought perhaps Ahsoka would say it to Sabine, or Sabine say it to Ahsoka, or they would get hold of Hera, and Hera would say it to them. But no, nobody said that. So my prediction is somehow Sidious will come back from the dead. Temple. That's fantastic. I love it. Someone will be killed. Non-droid. Yes, Morak. Dead. So yeses get the point here. Let's see how we do. Place all. A droid will be referred to by name. You can almost guarantee every single episode it's going to happen. You're going to have Hu Yang. You're going to have Chopper. You're going to see that. Maybe next episode, I say that, and then I say maybe episode 5 will, if it's just Ahsoka in the War Between Worlds, Ahsoka and Anakin, we may not get a droid reference, but if they jump out and we show Hera and them dealing with Ahsoka being gone and grieving her loss, we could see Chopper. So I don't know about next week, but in here, yes, Hu Yang, we did get that. Replace all. A ship will fire upon another ship. Woo! I was sweating this one. I thought they were going to there for a minute, but they didn't. So I saved the point. If you guys were here for my predictions, I salvaged that point. We'll see the inside of hyperspace tunnel. Another point where I was really sweating it. I thought they were gonna, but you saw my predictions. I said no. So I needed no hyperspace tunnel in order to get my point. So, so no, lightsabers will cross. We thought we were going to see the battle with Balin. We thought we were going to see Shin and Sabine round 2. We thought we were going to see Ahsoka, Morak. We saw all of that. And I thought the choreography for all of those was fantastic. Those lightsaber battles. Look, if you're a Star Wars fan that loves lightsaber battles, that should happen. You should be happy. I also saw an idea from a Polish Star Wars YouTuber called Osis that there was a pilot in Star Wars called Rogue 2. You think we get a Rogue One sequel with a story? I don't think so. I don't think so. Bela can read minds through the Force. I think so. At least he seemed to be tapping into Sabine's thoughts, so that seems to be the case. Ahsoka gave her word that she will find Ezra, but Ahsoka was ready to destroy the map and kill, like abandon Ezra forever. So that's how Ahsoka failed Sabine. there's that. Plus, there could be some of the untold story from before. So lightsabers, everybody gets a point there. A named character from another show appears. Oh, daggone Carson Teva. Oh, Carson showed up, and I lost my point. I was like, Carson, yay! Oh, dang, I lost my point. So we did have a number of people say yes. 14 folks said yes. Someone will use the Force observably. Yes, we did see that a few times in the episode. Not only did Ahsoka toss a guy around, but we saw Balin use the Force, and Shin used the Force to choke Sabine. So plenty of episodes. Ahsoka used the Force to toss Shin. So all of that. They went into hyperspace, but we didn't see the hyperspace tunnel, Nikki. Yeah, you're not crazy. They went into hyperspace. We did see that, but we didn't see the blue hyperspace swirl. That's the condition on there. You have to see the blue hyperspace swirl, and it didn't happen. I was watching very carefully. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Whew, shoo. Give me a break. Not you. No, no, Nikki. We don't bend rules for Nikki. I never, no, not doing it. Also, I hope Ezra won't be the one who was brainwashed by Thrawn. I don't think he is. Right. Yeah, Ezra is not going to be dark side. He's not. Just relax on that, right? Be happy. Ezra's already dealt with that part of his journey, and that's not something he has to deal with. So yeses get the point here. Point. Match. Place all. Uh-oh, I'm getting some DMs. What are my DMs? Yeah. Fitz says we saw the blue hyperspace swirl for a second. If you watch the ISI on jumping, we see it jump, but I don't think we see the swirl of hyperspace. And if it is, it's just a flash instant. So still no. So there we go. Flashback scene. Now this is interesting because this gets very hard to answer. If you look at the question, it says it doesn't have to just be flashback. It could be a vision, a force vision. It could be a portal in the world between worlds. Not the world between worlds, but a portal in the world between worlds to another scene. Is this, I do not know how to answer this question because I don't think we have the answer. When Ahsoka is in the world between worlds and she sees Anakin, is that a vision or is she seeing Anakin? If she's seeing Anakin, then it's not a flashback scene or a vision. If it's Astromech Jeremy made the wait list, oh no, at least you're on the wait list. They had some there in Manhattan. I hope you get it. Just give me the point. No. Flashback scene. I don't know how to do this one. I think what I'm going to do is, we do not know at this point if it's a flashback scene, if it's a vision. We do not know if it's a vision or not. Ahsoka in the search of strawberry ice cream. Well played, Matt Risman. I think on this, I'm going to say everybody gets a point. Flashback scene, yes. Flashback scene, no. That's the only way I know to do it because we don't know if it's a flashback scene or not. They didn't give us the answer. So we are going to just give everybody a point. That's all I can do. I don't know. I can't figure out Anakin if it's a vision she's having of him or if he's actually standing there. I don't know. Yeah, you have to give the point. I agree. I think I just have to give the point. A species talks in another language with subtitles. That daggum Rodian. That Rodian got me. You guys, I said no, but that Rodian X-Wing pilot, son of a biscuit, I was like, no. So folks get the point there. All right, let's jump into the bonus. We'll see what's the points to beat. Santa has 8, and I'm going to get the bonus point. Ahsoka and Balin fight at Stonehenge, so that's a point. So 9. You need 9 points to get onto the Wall of Fame for Episode 4. 9 points to make it on there. Okay, now the lightsaber at the Star Mats happens. Brett Phillips, yes. Oh, you get the point. Sabine will be saved by Ahsoka from Shin's attack. No, actually, no. Ahsoka doesn't save Sabine from that. Ahsoka going into the water. Sam the Sham. Did she make it or not? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Son of a gun. Ahsoka going into the water. I have to say no. Ethan, I think we see the fight in the forest. Yes. Ethan, you get a bonus point. The Eye of Sion will leave headed to the next galaxy. Yes, you get the bonus point. What crossover with Star Wars would you want to see the most? For me, it would be the DC Star Wars. Imagine Superman meeting Luke. Temple, Star Wars crossover. I think it would have to be Marvel. No, I missed 2K, but then I got the bonus. So I missed 2, and the bonus point brought me up from 8 to 9. We could go to another galaxy, Peridia. I think failure to do so would be another reason for Ahsoka to walk away from Sabine again, say a different version of the epilogue. No, Ahsoka will lose her fight with Balin. Yes, Stephen Murphy, you get the point. Yes, she lost the fight with Balin, for sure. Sabine will try to and fail to use the Force. Yes, Nerd Mafia. Oh, Nerd Mafia makes it onto the Wall of Fame with 9 points. Congratulations, my friend. Merrick's true identity will be revealed. Vanessa, yes, I'll give you the point. Daniel Fisher, Sabine or Ahsoka will have a near-death moment. Yes, Daniel Fisher, you get the point. Balin shows some power he has with the Force. Yes, Dawn, I'll give you the point. Balin and Ahsoka, Jumpin' Jamie. Oh, Jumpin' Jamie onto the Wall of Fame. Yes, made it on there. Chopper racks up 0 kills. His current series kill count is the most immersion-breaking thing to date. Ducky Momo, we typically say you cannot guess something that doesn't happen. And saying that Chopper racks up 0 kills is saying something that doesn't happen instead of something that does happen. But I'm going to give you the point just because you're a good guy. You've been with the channel for over 2 years. You've been a great supporter of the channel. You get the bonus point. Quit doing that. Quit doing it. You only get to cash in those credits a couple times. And I think you're done. I think you're done. We will hear Anakin speaking to Ahsoka. Yes, made the Wall of Fame, the talented Mr. Griffin. Congratulations. Oh, you made it on the Wall of Fame for episode 4. There you go. See Santa's 9 points. Ahsoka has a near-death experience. Yes, Mike, get you to the point. Santa giving the pity points again, except to Nikki. You know, take that up with. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. One of these days, I'm going to go to Orlando and have lunch or dinner with Nikki, and I'm going to pay. And that'll be for all the abuse that I give her on stream. And I've got it coming. I'm just saying. I've got it coming. When I eventually meet Nikki and take her to lunch, I'm paying. It's on me. I'm gonna put dirt in your eye. That's true. That's true. Balin fights Ahsoka. Yes, you get the bonus point. Mumbo Jimbo, Merrick will die. Yes, he did. Hera will say, once a rebel, always a rebel. Brian Kelly. Oh, that would have been a good one. But she didn't. That would be perfect. She should have said it. Aleku will be sliced off Chillmonger. No point. I am me, no bonus point. Ahsoka, Balin, fight at Stonehenge. Yes, RF Gaming made it onto the Wall of Fame. Congratulations, RF Gaming. Bouncing Birdie. Sabine paint something. Oh, she keeps putting that into the predictions. Hera did say it. She said it. She said it to Carson. Oh, did she? Okay. Okay. I give the point. Brian Kelly makes the Wall of Fame. Sorry about that. She did. She said it to Carson. Very good. Very good. So 9 points. Brian Kelly makes the Wall of Fame. Congratulations. The Eye of Sion will escape to the other galaxy. Yes. Morgan Elsbeth will attack Shin. No. Yeah. Brian Kelly, I want 5 points. Oh. You know what? I forgot. In the questions, it says if you can name it specific, like Ahsoka says, "May the Force be with you." You get 5 points. Brian Kelly very astutely said Hera specifically says a specific thing. A specific person says a specific thing that's not in a leak. You get 5 points. 5 points for Brian Kelly. You get it. You get it. You get the 5 points. Very good. Very, very good. Oh boy. Brian Stone, we see Thrawn. Not yet. I think it'll be episode 6 before we see Thrawn, Brian. Ahsoka dies or apparently dies or mortally wounded. Corlo Ren, 9 points. Oh, very good. It was in the trailer. Was it? It was in the commercial. Was it? Okay. Sorry. You know, Matt Risman takes away. Santa gives points. Matt Risman takes them away. Sorry about that. It was in the commercial. I missed it. I missed it. All right. Ahsoka will be injured. Yes. Yes. Ahsoka will see Anakin's Force Ghost. I don't know, Brent. Did she? Oh, did she see his Force Ghost? I say no. I say no. Balin will ask Ahsoka to join him. Star Wars politics. Really good guess. He did agree to take. He asked Sabine to go with him, but no, I didn't ask Ahsoka. Will her Anakin's voice? Yes. 1 point. Double duels ensue. KG makes it to the Wall of Fame with the bonus point. Balin will talk about his opinion on the Jedi and why he likes or dislikes the Order. Well, Nikki, he did say, "I've lost my faith. I've lost my faith." He did say that. I'm going to give you again, since I gave Ducky Momo a point. I'm going to give you a point. There you go, Nikki. That's me trying to get out of a little bit of trouble with Nikki. Ahsoka and Balin will fight. What if it wasn't a Force Ghost? What was it if it wasn't a Force Ghost? I know, Vanessa. What was it? What was it? Was it a vision? I don't think it was a Force Ghost. I think it was a vision. I think. But KG made the Wall of Fame. Debbie Young. Debbie, hey, look who we have here. Debbie, Ahsoka and Balin will fight. Sabine will fight Shin and beat her. Debbie, what did I tell you last week? What did I tell you? I said, quit putting multiple guesses in your bonus question. I gave you a half a point the last time. Mama Bear. Well, you give one answer. You got the first one right. Balin will fight. Ahsoka and Balin will fight. True. Sabine will fight Shin. Stop there, Mama Bear, and beat her. No, we will hear Anakin speak to Ahsoka. Yes, we see Elsbeth and Ahsoka meet again. Nope, she just missed it. And Huyang will fly Ahsoka's ship. No, Chopper and Hera would join the fight. What am I supposed to do, Mama Bear? This is twice. Because you had a half point before, I give you another half point. Quit putting multiple. Somebody tell Mama Bear one answer in the bonus question. Just pick one. Don't put 5. Don't put 6. Just one. One in the bonus. You get a half point, Mama Bear. You missed the Wall of Fame by a half a point. See what happened there? Don't do it. Hera arrives in the HasLab Ghost on the Force Planet. TVC Mackin, I give you the point. I give you the point. Somebody tell Mama Bear to quit doing that. I love her. I absolutely do. I'm appreciative of her coming in, but give one answer in the bonus point. So I can give you the full point. You would have made the Hall of Fame, the Wall of Fame, but no, they didn't do it. So you guys, we did have a number of people make it onto the Wall of Fame. Congratulations, you all. I'll be adding the points together, putting them into the leaderboard. I'll be updating the ticker below and putting our episode 4 Wall of Fame members on the ticker for the next week. If you guys would like to do that, then yeah, Kate, she's trying to get them all. trying to go for the 5 points, giving 5 answers. That's not how it works. Not how it works. So you guys, getting those Infinity Stones for his Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, make sure that you do let folks know what we're doing over here. We're having a good time. We like Star Wars, and let them live. If they don't like what you like, that's okay. If you like what they don't like, that's okay too. But let's just enjoy this fandom as people who love Star Wars, even if we dislike parts of it, and we have different tastes within Star Wars, what we love and what we don't. It's all good. It's all good. So I'll be updating the Wall of Fame for episode 4. Be updating the leaderboard for everybody. You guys, if you want to support the channel, check out some of the links below. Don't forget to like the stream. We're over on Spotify as well. You guys, if you want to catch us on Spotify, you can find the channel there as well. I download these and upload them the following day as soon as YouTube lets me do it. We're on YouTube's podcast channel as well, and all the other things. Patreon, that's the place to come. That's where the cool kids are. And I've got lots of content over on Patreon that's exclusive to Patreon. And we're going to be doing another book very soon. I've got several books on there that we review. I just need to pick some to put on there. Thanks for the Santa. For the fun. Yes, we need to schedule the chat maybe in a couple weeks. Yes, as soon as the Ahsoka season is over, I think we should schedule the droids Mount Rushmore episode and do our Guardians of the Wills with your Mount Rushmore of droids. So we'll do that. You guys, thanks for hanging out here. Back the ghost. Yes, do all the things. I hope you have a wonderful day. We've got our Mike Porter dad joke to close us out, and we'll call it. What do you call it? No, wait, that's yesterday's. Wait. Mike Porter gave me another dad joke. I just didn't copy it over. Hold on. Hey, I was all ready, except I wasn't. Here we go. Now, just a second. I got to put in the answer. Just a second, Mike. My bad. He sent this to me. I forgot to update the slide. Here we go. Why do the Jedi enjoy seeing Purrgil in space? Why did the Jedi enjoy seeing Purrgil in space? Well, because they know they're in for a whale of a time. That's a good one, Mike Porter. Thank you for that, my friend. Mike Porter dad joke. You can find Mike Porter's Twitter X account in the description below. Make sure you're following him on that platform as well. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Tomorrow we'll do a fan call in. And if you're one of our community call-in stream tomorrow to talk about Ahsoka, if you are one of our patrons or channel member, you'll have exclusive access to the link to join the discussion. So that's another benefit of supporting us on Patreon or here on YouTube as channel members. You can join the show, and I will be posting the link tomorrow for us to have our community stream. So until then, my friends, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.